Why does the black man serve the white man? Why does everything the black man do benefit the white man? Why does the black man say freedom is doing what I want to do? And why is it that everything he wants to do enriches the European?
Welcome to the desert of the real.
Turn out the lights, the party's over. They say that all good things must end. Call it a night, the party's over.
Peace, family. What's up? It's your boy, Mr. Holipsism. Coming to you. I totally went to sleep during all of the Super Bowl thing, but I am happy that Philadelphia won their first Super Bowl and they beat the Patriots. So happy for that. You know, nothing against the Patriots, but we need a team that I think a better story is a team that never won the Super Bowl winning it. And Philly's from the East. You know, I'm a Giants fan, so if the Giants couldn't beat them, then at least Philly did, and they got their Super Bowl championship. And big ups to Philadelphia. You guys are crazy as hell, but I love you. I was having a conversation with, just to explain the opening of this video. Rest in peace to Don Meredith. Love that dude. Loved him when he was on Monday Night Football. He used to sing that song when the game was obviously over. So he used to sing that song just to signal that, all right, this is a wrap. Boom. Wait till next year or wait till next week. And it just felt appropriate to put it at the beginning of this video because I was having a conversation with my BAIO member and partner, friend, neo-black nationalist. I just want to give him my condolences. He lost his father recently. You know, losing a parent is not a club you want to be in. I've lost my mom 2 years ago. So I empathize with him and just was giving him, talking to him and giving him words of encouragement and letting him know that he's not in this alone, that there's other people that's been through this, and if he needs my help and wants to talk, I'm here for him. So we were just talking. And then we went through this whole thing about the Black Panther. And he made a point that I kind of knew, but I didn't really concentrate and touch on, but it's a really good point. And he was talking about the misery merchants in the so-called conscious community, the people that are unhappy when they see black folks happy. They're chock full of contradictions. You know, 1 minute they're complaining that they're not represented in America, the place that they want to stay at, by the way. They have no intentions of leaving America. They want to stay here, but they're constantly crying about, oh, white people don't represent us. And then when they are represented, then they got a problem with that. Oh, they just representing us because they're trying to get our money. It's always a lose-lose scenario with these miserable conscious community dudes. And mainly, what me and Neil was talking about was they don't have the ability to be empathetic or the ability to just be human. And basically, what they've become, ironically, is the very thing that they hate. They've become white people. You know, when you lose all logic and reason, and the only thing guiding your principles is hatred and anger and emotionalism, you've officially become a white person. You really have. Like, how do you draw a distinction between your ideology and theirs and then try to stand on the high moral ground as if you're better than somebody when you're playing by the same rule book that they are? You know, like, perfect example. when you refuse to give props to someone simply based on the color of their skin. You just refuse to. Well, this person is white, so that's why I never got. And like my whole thing is, do you have the skills? And because your skills stand on their own. And if someone can't beat you, then you're the best. That's why I was saying about the Patriots and I'm saying about Tom Brady. If you can't beat those guys, then give them the props for being the best. It is what it is. It doesn't matter whether they're your team or not. We have to have things be self-evident. You know what I'm saying? Where it's not an argument. I have absolutely no problem when Bruce Lee was around saying Bruce Lee is the best. I'm not Asian, but I acknowledge that he's the best. I have absolutely no problem saying that I've studied chess and I've studied chess games, and Bobby Fischer is the best chess player. A Jewish dude. I have no problem saying that. I mean, when I look at the way, like, I'm looking at this guy was beating grandmasters when he was 10 years old. There's no argument about that. No argument. Sometimes you just got to look at the skill level, look at the way that person's computer operates, their mind, and be impressed by that. Be impressed by their skills. If it's just a physical skill, like Michael Jordan or Kobe Bryant, give props where props is due. Don't let hatred and anger and emotionalism cloud your judgment. And that's what's happening. Like, these guys in the conscious community, they're miserable. To get back to the point, I went off the rails there. Sorry. To get back to the point I was making is, me and Neo both have good jobs, good careers. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're living in New York, so that should let you know something. If you're living in New York, you better have a good job or better have something going on, because you're going to be struggling like hell. I mean, I want to get out of New York, but my gig is so sweet. I'm gonna, it's like I'm not really struggling here. So I mean, I'm doing good considering that the type of job that I have. Same with Neo. We both have union shop gigs, which to me, I don't know how a person out here could survive without being in a union. It's really rough out here. You're basically at the mercy of these corporations and these private corporations, because they got this thing called employee at will, where they could just tap you on the shoulder and say, get the fuck out anytime with no recourse by you. And that's one of the reasons why I don't believe in giving 2 weeks notice, but that's another story. And we were saying that, fundamentally in our personal lives, we're fulfilled, we're content, we're happy. If we want to get something, we can get it. We want to go on a vacation, we can do it. We're not wanting or needing for anyone. We're not living off of some woman. We don't have cars in other people's names so we can drive them. We're doing good. So we're happy, generally happy and content people, and we love our people. So when our people are happy, we're happy. Sometimes we don't necessarily have to agree with the thing that's making them happy. Like when Barack Obama won the presidency, I was like, okay, they put a black man in charge of America. Wow. It's like, what is that going to do for us, except on just a symbolic level? But sometimes symbolism means something. There's a group of kids who actually grew up when a Barack Obama was president. So all they knew was a black president when they were growing up until they were at least 8 years old. I mean, that means something. So when another black man becomes president, it won't be so shocking to them, because they're like, oh, wow, Barack was president. He was black. And that's how we felt about, the Black Panthers. Like when we did a video on this, and I think I'll put the link to that video in this description box. But we did a video about this that made us seem like prophets. We were talking about everything about this Wakanda and Black Panther and the whole mythos behind the Black Panther character, how this was going to benefit Black African progressives and nationalists, just by our people visually seeing what a nation looks like on the screen, run by Black people, that's technologically advanced and more advanced than any nation on the planet. So when we talk about land, infrastructure, nationhood, now we got a visual that we can attach to it. And yeah, it's a myth, it's fictional, but guess what? When you go to the movies, everything's fictional. Even the fucking stories based on true stories are fictional. So that's like saying shrimp is seafood. What you expect a pat on the back? Oh well, they're going to see the Black Panther. It's a fictional story. Well, it's a movie, you fucking idiot. What else is it supposed to be? And like I said in the previous video, people go to the movies to escape reality. They go to the movies to be entertained. They go to the movies to laugh. They go to the movies to feel inspired, to be touched emotionally. Everything that's not happening in their regular, ordinary lives. And that's why movies are so powerful and movies are so popular. So what this Wakanda and Black Panther and all, the reason why this is getting so much resistance from the misery merchants is that it signals the end. It signals the end for their hustling. It signals the end to their misery merchanthood. Because now, black people, when we start talking about nationhood, will go, oh, snap. That's what they mean by having control of the infrastructure. That's what they mean by having real power. That's what they mean. Now I understand what the BAIO is talking about. And what are these misery merchants going to counter with? When your overall philosophy is staying in America, letting the white man control all the infrastructure, the roads, the highways, and everything, collect taxes and all that other shit, how are you going to obtain power in somebody else's land? How are you going to obtain power in somebody else's infrastructure? And do you have the ability to mount some coup and take it over? I mean, we all know the answer to that. Because there's a whole bunch of people out here, well, we got to fight the white man. Yeah, okay, nigga. Fight them. You're going to fight somebody when you don't even have, where your supplies coming from? What you going to do? You're going to fight them and then take a break and go to McDonald's and Wendy's? Do you control the highways and the roads? All you got to do is shut off the supplies coming into your neighborhood where no food can get in, and then fight over. There's a lot of people that's talking a lot of shit. A lot of people trying to take advantage of our people's emotionalism and natural anger at the position that they're in by offering no solutions and just appealing to their emotions. You know, empty emotionalism. At least when they, with the BAIO, what we're trying to do is get ingrained into people's minds a principle. Land, infrastructure, nationhood is a principle. Land, infrastructure, nationhood is not dependent upon some conscious community talking head or some conscious community personality or some mainstream black dynamic individual. We've lost some real major people in the BAIO and just in the culture in general. My friend Jelani was hip to Bitcoin before even people knew what Bitcoin was. I don't know, his family might be rich now. If they knew what he was doing, but he kind of kept things close to the vest, so they might be rich and not even know it. But I know Jelani had Bitcoin. And he had Bitcoin before it blew up, and I knew he had more than just $100 worth of it. And this was, you know, before he passed. My friend Dev, who I'm still haven't really processed and gotten over the loss of him. Powerful dude and the powerful guy in the music industry. Queen of Fama. You know, we've lost some people, but the BAIO is still around, and the BAIO will still be around when I'm gone, when Kala's gone, when Dawood is gone. It's a principle. It's not dependent upon an individual. So attacking us individually, ad hominem attacks against us, what is it going to really do to the BAIO? Are you going to attack? It's easy to attack Mr. Holipsism. God damn, I got so much flaws and bullshit. I mean, just the amount of pornography and fat asses and shit on my my hard drive is enough to implicate me. It's like, oh, I ain't running for no office. They got my ass. You know, come on, man. You can attack me. You can attack anybody, any individual member of the BAIO, but you can't attack land, infrastructure, and nationhood. You can't attack those principles and actually be taken seriously. Because like I said, any one of us is subject to falling off. Any one of us is subject to being lessened in your eyes because of something that we do. Who gives a shit? Land, infrastructure, nationhood, it's sort of like saying Wakanda forever in the trailer, where the character said, Wakanda forever. It's land, infrastructure, nationhood forever. Those principles are not going anywhere. So for the misery merchants, unfortunately, y'all got to hear that Don Meredith song, because your time is up. People are not going to go for that staying in America, trying to obtain equality with white folks inside of their infrastructure. Black folks, after they go see this movie, are going to know what it's like to own and control their own nation. And that's what you guys are really scared about, because you know that you and your Captain America Negro militant integrationist bullshit, Black Power American bullshit, is officially over. And the new phase, the new beginning of black consciousness is going to be nationhood. It's going to be owning and controlling our own shit. It's going to be having our own land controlled by us and no one else. And that's the only way we're going to obtain a future for our people and have real, tangible, concrete power. And I know you niggas is mad. Oh, you mad. I know you mad. But in the immortal words of my man Ric Flair, who I met in Atlanta, by the way, when I went to see my family last time we went to see, I believe it was Age of Ultron, the last big movie. No, it was Guardians of the Galaxy. We went to see that. And I saw Ric Flair in the hotel lobby of the hotel that I was staying in. So in his words, if you don't like it, learn to love it, because it's the best thing going. Woo! And I'll holler at you good people later. Peace.
Turn out the lights, the party's over. They say that all good things must end. Call it a night, the party's over.
It was war they wanted and war they got, but they wrote it in